Everybody, we are back. It is Taped on Live's favorite is podcast, favorite is channel, favorite is everything. We are back. You guys already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe. Hit the like button if you like it. Hit the dislike button if you don't like it. Leave a comment if you like it. Leave a comment if you don't like it. Also follow us on Twitter at the Mark John NFL for me, at mholder95 for Matt, and of course, pandasubs.com. Discount code TDL for 25% off. And then, of course, we got our homage. Right, we got our homage. I'm gonna put that get that up there. Boom.
There we go.
All right, hit that QR code for homage. Get yourself a shirt or a jacket. They got some really cool stuff on there, man. I was looking at that. So I finally signed up for it. Got the whole channel signed up for it. And that's some cool ass shit on there, man. I was like, wow.
Yeah, if you're a Simpsons fan, they got like a Simpson line for the Raiders and stuff like that. So
they got some dope Raiders sweaters.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
some dope Raiders sweaters.
Baby stuff.
Babies.
I got the little one that's turning 1 in a couple months here. So,
get yourself
a little onesie.
Yeah, a little Raiders onesie. You know what I'm saying? For everybody who had a baby, you know what I mean? And your wife's a Raiders fan. You can get her a shirt, right? You can get it in women's, right? Get a little baby tee out of one of these Raiders, or
what everyone wants, a nice Raiders shirt.
Exactly, man. I don't know, Matt. The Raiders females on TikTok, they be popping, man. So get it. Yeah,
I'm not on the talks. I'm not like hip like you. I'm not with the youth like you.
I'm the TikToker.
No, not quite.
I'm on the clock app.
I don't have the moves for it, so I can't do it. I don't have the rhythm,
Yeah, I feel you. All right. So today we're gonna be going over the film review of the Chicago Bears versus Chicago Bears, which is the film made it worse to me. I feel like it was even a worse loss after watching the film. For different reasons, we'll get into that. And then but the big news is Colton Miller's out for the season. Am I correct? That's the season, right?
I don't know if it's officially out for the season, but it's like he's going to be out for a while because it was a sprain. Not only was it a sprained ankle, it's a hairline fracture in his ankle, I think.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a medical expert, but that's usually 6 to 8 weeks, something like that, especially in the lower body. Which that for offensive linemen, for dudes who are, I don't know what's Colton Miller, like 315, 320.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big deal because that's a lot of weight, a lot of mass that's going on that that lower body, that ankle that's got to support. So probably, I mean, I hate to get morbid, but if things don't turn around quickly, it makes more sense to shut them down for the season. You know what I mean? If in 4 weeks they've got one more win or whatever, and you're sitting there at 2-7, like what's the point of trotting them out there at that point? So
yeah. See, just watching this game, it's weird, right? Because if they play offense like this without the turnovers, it's like I don't know if they're gonna be 2-7, right? And that was my whole problem with the film. And when I was watching it, I was like, damn, man, I feel like they couldn't be stopped. I don't think they got stopped, really. Did they punt this game? I'm trying to figure out. They punted once.
And it was when they started backed up in their own end, like on the 2 or something like that. They were backed up in their own end, just trying to get enough breathing room because they had the lead at that point too.
Yeah, because I'm not fully done with my charting. I haven't finished up the blocks and stuff like that. But they had a 71% success rate passing too, and a 65 running, 67 total. And that's when I saw that 71% success rate passing. I had to go look and make sure. It's like, am I getting that wrong? And yeah, they were moving the ball through the air too. It was literally the 4 turnovers. I mean, that was the game. And one of them was on 4th down. So it is what it is. But the 3 picks, man, were killer in this game. And that's what really, that was the game, was the 3 interceptions.
Yeah. And I mean, I felt like watching it, it was one of those games where the scoreboard's a lot closer than the game actually felt like that matches what I was thinking going into it. It's one of those games where you're sitting there going into the 4th quarter, you're like, oh shit, it's only 1 possession right now or 2 possession. You felt like the Raiders dominated. It's just they kept shooting themselves in the foot, and obviously again 4 turnovers are hard to hard to overcome, and that's the way it goes sometimes in football. 4 or 5 plays can dictate the outcome of the game, and you can play perfect on the other 50, 60 or whatever, but can't make the big mistakes. And I think that's what the Bears, at the end of the day, that's what the Bears did better than the Raiders. It's the one thing they really like did better than the Raiders is they didn't make as many big mistakes. They had the one turnover on the fumble. I guess they had, thinking about it back now too, they also got quite a bit of fumble luck because they had the one that we'll see it later when I do Maxx Crosby's breakdown. We had the one that Caleb like bobbled the snap, or bobbled the hand up, and then the one that he was the snap he wasn't prepared for. So a little bit of luck involved too. But again, at the end of the day, it's just one team shot themselves in the foot more than the other did.
Yeah, and because the thing is, like, even the offensive line played really well. I think they only gave up, like, the offensive line, I think, gave up one pressure themselves. Gino was under pressure, like, on bootlegs and stuff like that, so that counts as pressure because the guy's in his face or whatever. So only had 5 total, and I kept double checking that. I was like, am I getting something wrong? Like, what? It just felt weird charting it. I was like, am I missing something? But yeah, it was just 3 turnovers. I thought the offense played really well outside of those 3 turnovers, but it's like the offense didn't play well because of 3 turnovers or the 4 turnovers. But yeah, man. What were your thoughts on the defense overall?
I mean, similar takeaway. Like, again, I thought they played well for most of the game. We talked about it after. Like, you start 2 possessions in on your own 25. I mean, one of them they end up giving a touchdown. Can't have that happen. But offense, the turnovers again basically spotted them at least 10 points. Had a 3 and out that they got a field goal on. For the most part, like, everyone like played pretty well. I'd say the linebackers are kind of coming back down to earth a little bit. Devin White was one of the guys who was like, he made a few nice plays where like he just kind of he did what we've shown in the past, where like he just uses his instincts to kind of make run plays or make unblocked tackles against the run. He had a few plays like that, but there were also just some times like where he just looked lost. Like lost out in coverage. Like it was similar stuff happening in Washington where like he's just not fitting like the run right and stuff like that. And today, like this past week, it was in coverage. Like there was one where I think you pointed it out where he just literally stood in the middle of the field and covered grass, didn't get any depth. They threw it right over his head for a big gain. And like I got the numbers up on PFF right now. He did have 1 PBU, and it was a pretty nice play, but he was the most targeted player, so they're clearly trying to go after him. Jamal Adams, it looks like, was the second. Yeah, so they're targeting the middle of the field like we know that they're going to do against this Raiders defense. But White was targeted 8 times, gave up 5 receptions for 68 yards, and that was the most across the board for any player on the defense. Isaiah Paul-Mao is another guy who, we need to start having a conversation. Like we talked about the safety problem or the safety stuff during the head of the draft and stuff like that. It's been 2 weeks in a row or a few times this season where he's just out of position. Like the touchdown to Caillou Blue Kelly, like they talked about it on the broadcast. Like I feel very confident that he was supposed to be the safety that rotate to cover 3, and you could tell that both corners played it with outside leverage. Both corners were playing cover 3 techniques and expecting safety help on the post route. The Bears actually had 2 routes going that way. Caleb Williams just had to pick one and just threw it right over Isaiah's head for a touchdown to Roma Dunes. Like just left the Caillou Blue Kelly out to dry. So those are the 2 guys that really stood out to me. Let's see. The other one, I mean, Caillou Blue Kelly didn't have a great game. Did get targeted. He got targeted 4 times and gave up 4 completions. Mm-hmm. It was only 38 yards. Again, one of those, or part of that was actually I think they put the touchdown on IPM, but one of those was him getting beat kind of bad against Roma Dunes, but it wasn't like terrible. He's just not making the plays on the ball that we saw him make at the beginning of the season, and not quite as good as when we were hyping him up. And I think teams are starting to put their number 1 receiver on him and just basically test him and make him prove it. And going up against Terry McLaurin and a talented guy like Roma Dunes who's having a heck of a year, it's a tough matchup for him. And he's just not. From finding out why he was not really a starter anywhere else and had struggled to make the roster anywhere else. So, but overall, I thought he was fine, just not like a great game or anything like that. But yeah, for the most part, a lot of guys played really well. I mean, we'll look at Maxx Crosby and Malcolm Koonce today. They had like the 2 best games of the season by far. Maxx Crosby, I'll put it up there. I'll argue that this was literally the best game of his career. I mean, talking about it, instant reaction. Like he just found ways to be impactful, and we've talked about this season maybe him not winning as much as a pass rusher as people would like because he's getting double teamed. He beat a couple double teams. There was one rep where he pretty much beat 3 guys and then decided to take on the running back too, just because after the ball was out. It was fun to watch. And then the most encouraging part to me was Malcolm Koonce started to look like his old self. And that's why I'm breaking him down. Usually I don't like doing Maxx Crosby because you guys don't need me to tell you how great Maxx Crosby is. And I think we did him a couple weeks ago, so I don't like to double up.
Yeah.
And typically I also don't like to do 2 guys in the same position group to show a variety. But those 2 guys warranted it today for me, partially because, again, I want to show how Koonce is starting to look like he's getting back to that 2023 form. Still not quite there yet. But he was doing a lot of winning as a pass rusher today, last week. I think he had like a 27% win rate. And then, of course, Crosby. I mean, what he did that can't be ignored. I have to break him down this week because, again, it was legitimately an elite performance from Max.
Yeah. So today I'm doing JPJ, and then just the plays that really, cost the Raiders the game on offense, because it was hard for me to find something bad on offense besides Geno Smith's interceptions, and I was like, I just don't want to do those interceptions. So I was like, okay, let me do these key plays, and then JPJ had probably a great game, right? Definitely was just blocking really well in pass and run, so I definitely wanted to break him down. But I really believe the difference in the run game was just they went under center this week. I posted that stat. That was about 69% of the time, and they had like 8 yards per carry running under center. And I think that was, of course, Genty standing up too had a big part of it, but it was mostly because they were under center for most of this game, and it did really feel like they were trying to hide Geno a little bit.
Say it again.
They're trying to hide Geno.
What do you mean by that?
Like it felt like they didn't want to. I don't want to say this. Just the way he is in this offense right now, I feel like they're trying to make sure that they can keep him controlled a little bit.
Gotcha.
and turn this into like a running, short passing type of team. Because like every time he did throw it downfield, he threw a pick. So that makes sense. I think he threw downfield like twice. I think he threw over 10 yards twice. I'm gonna look this up like right now. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it went down, in my opinion. Yeah, because he was 0 for 5, 10 plus yards with 3 interceptions.
I know I keep bringing it up, but that's the frustrating thing for me with Geno, with the way Geno's playing, is like they're basically treating him like a rookie quarterback, saying, "Throw the ball here, Geno. Don't screw this up for us, Geno." And he's still finding a way to mess it up. Like that's the frustrating, like making rookie mistakes, staring down reads, being late, forcing balls into coverage. And like the fact that like you're saying like they're basically like trying to take the ball out of his hands, like this is not the $37 million quarterback that you hope for. Like this is rookie level play. If this was Jackson Dart, I'd feel okay with that. You know what I mean? Because like that's what you kind of expect from that type of guy. That's what you expect from a guy that's just figuring it out in the league and just trying to get comfortable. Not a guy that's been in the league for 12, 13 years now. Like that's
dude, they ran the ball 60% of the time.
Yeah, I mean, it was working. I don't know. I mean,
but that tells you a lot about Geno, like how they feel about Geno Smith right now. Running the ball 60% of the time is a lot. That's a lot of runs, guys. That is something you do with like if they had Jackson Dart, right?
Yeah, that's probably what the Giants did this past weekend. Like because Jackson Dart threw the ball I think 20 times. So
yeah, exactly what the Giants did. So yeah, that's not good. That really isn't. And I mean that's 2 games this year where Geno did not complete a pass over 10 yards. So it's 2 games, and he threw 3 picks in both those games. So he has 2 games. So week 2 he did the same thing. He was 0 for 12 with 3 interceptions over 10 plus yards. In this game, he's 0 for 5 with 3 interceptions.
At least he's cut.
So at home, so at home, he is 0 for 17 with 6 interceptions over 10 plus yards.
You know what's crazy too is I saw this stat today. Going into the season, Geno had like a 6.7 to 1 touchdown to interception ratio indoors, and like now he's sitting at 2 to 6, so 1 to 3 in the opposite direction. Like that's just to put it in perspective. Like I obviously like we're taking a loss here because we pounded the table about saying how good he is, and a lot of film people that said that too. But like that just to me like puts into perspective how like dramatically different he's been this season versus like last year, the last few years in Seattle. Like he was a lot, like even statistically, he was a lot better in what he was doing in Seattle, just playing indoors, just by simply doing that. And he comes to the Raiders and he just forgets how to play football, forgets how to play quarterback.
Yeah, it's bad right now. It's bad. Yeah, that's what I'm, because the thing is too with him right now is that he's inaccurate, which that was something that all because the late and some of those things were already all in predetermined throws. They were always there, but he was very accurate in Seattle. Now he's not accurate, and that's the issue I have. Like, bro, you can't just come here and just start missing passes that you used to make for the past years. You can't do that. That's what I'm pissed off. That's what I get bothered, Matt.
Yeah, and if you're gonna be late, be accurate.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
If you're gonna be late, don't miss behind Jacoby Myers. Miss in front of him.
100%. All right. Let's get to defense, man. Let's check out the defense first.
All right, so I'm gonna start with Maxx Crosby and specifically with him against the run. Again, just super disruptive. Had 3 TFLs in this game. 1 technically was in coverage. Like you'll see on this one, what I like about this play is the Bears are going to run basically counter trap. So this guard's going to pull, or this tackle, the guard's going to pull, and then this extra tight end's going to pull. And reason why I point that out is because watch what that forces this right tackle to do. He has to step down to come help the center on the 3 technique, and on top of it, with the tight end pulling, that's going to vacate and create this bigger hole. And then what Maxx Crosby does, honestly, more than anything, he just exploits the play call, wins with his get off, and then beats that tight end with the nice little rip move and to get penetration. And then by the time this guard the tackle is able to come block him, it's just too late because Max is off the ball so quickly. And he ends up just basically taking the handoff with DeAndre Swift and then making that TFL. All right, this is the next one. So this one they talked about on the podcast where they said Caleb Williams made the wrong read. But what I want you guys to do is watch Maxx Crosby's shoulders. Like right now, he's starting and he's got them parallel to the line of scrimmage. And I want you to see how he manipulates them right here. Ooh. Now, he's not quite perpendicular. It's not quite 90 degrees, but he turns his shoulders. And the reason why Caleb Williams pulls this ball is because the quarterbacks are told on the read option, if you see the defensive end or the read man's shoulders going down, to pull it, because that means he's likely going for the dive back or the running back. So what Crosby does is he's going to turn his shoulders right here. So he gives that gives the pull read to Williams, and Williams sees it late, which is why Williams starts bobbling the handoff here. Yeah. And on top of it, what Max does well is he's going to stick his inside foot in the ground and then just get flat and start to play to the quarterback. So he's effectively playing to both players in the option here. Yeah. And on top of it, with that bobble, ends up forcing a fumble. Now, this was the luckiest bounce I've seen in a while.
I know.
I don't know how that didn't just take like one hop, like an inch, a little bit to the left, and Jamal Adams might get a scoop and score there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pure luck.
They got the Bears got some fumble luck for sure. This next one, I like this is the one that's technically a pass because they're gonna fake the speed off or the swing pass to DJ Moore, who lines up in the backfield, which kind of playing on a little bit of a trick play, right? If you put your number 1 receiver here, that catches the defense's attention. Mm. And then what they're going to really do is just basically run a jet sweep or reverse to Luther Burden here from the slot. And what Max does really well is like he's responsible for this, what would that be? The C gap. Mm. And you're going to see him start to attack it initially. But then once he recognizes that the tight end starts to try and get inside him, he just changes direction, closes the gap with the tight end, and then gets back flat down the line of scrimmage.
Good Lord.
To go get another TFL. Wow. And good thing he did, because that could have been bad.
Yeah.
Jermaine Pratt, this is what I'm talking about, where putting DJ Moore in the backfield kind of screws with the Raiders a little bit, because, again, you start getting alert, especially against a Ben Johnson team where when they put a wide receiver in there, and especially their number 1, it's like if you watch Pratt here, he's going to start following DJ Moore. And then once he realizes what's coming out, or what the play's coming back around, now he's one-on-one with this with this puller. So Max kind of saved the day on this one.
Yeah, that's all.
Saved the touchdown. Yeah,
that's a crazy play.
All right, this next one more of a stunt that the Raiders have going on. So again, kind of benefiting from the play call a little bit by Max, but basically he's just going to loop around, beat the center, and nice little swim move to beat that guard. Excuse me. And again, go get another this one was a few yards down the line of scrimmage, but get one of his, I believe, 4 defensive stops that he had in this game. And similar to the last one, and Devin White's there to be able to make that play, but Bears have this blocked up pretty decently on the front side. And he just kind of creates havoc and makes the play from the backside there. Going on to the tip passes, to be honest with you, there's not a ton to break down on these. I just like showing them because they're great plays by Max. But their first one was super impressive just because, you can see he comes off the line and he's got good eyes on Caleb. And he sees that he wants to throw it right now. So he kind of just stops his pass rush and then gets his hand up in the air, ends up batting away. Again, could have been bad news. Got a hat here, block here, coming up the seam. Ends up saving the day.
Yeah, I wish he just tried to catch that. I wish he just tried to catch it.
I mean, it was a bullet.
Yeah, I know.
That would have been tough. But don't you worry, Marcus. We'll get that one.
Okay.
Right here. So what I like about this one too is he's going to run they're going to have a line game on this one on this side. You'll see Tyree Wilson kind of attack the tackle, and then Max is going to loop around as the on the TE stunt. But what the Bears do is they have a perfect protection call for it. They just turn the center right. So now they have 3 guys to pick up this line game from the Raiders. So it doesn't work. They've effectively negated the line game. And Max just kind of realizes it, and he kind of pulls up on his rush here. Again, same type of thing. Just read Caleb's eyes, bat the pass in the air, and then keep following the ball, track it like we're an outfielder, and then go get the pick. Defensive lineman's dream right here. Again. Only thing that would have made it better if he housed it, but that's asking a lot.
It's a great play. I mean, that's what Raiders fans want to see with him. They complain, he's not a playmaker and all this other stuff that they complain about.
Yeah.
They always find
that's what I let.
Go ahead.
No,
I'm about to say, they always find something to complain about him about, which is so weird to me.
It is very weird because last year he doesn't play the run well and he freelances, but whatever. But yeah, and this is the thing. He hasn't been having as great of a season as a pass rusher. So what does he do to adjust the next game? He just starts getting his hands up and recognizing, hey, their offenses know where I'm at and they're always going to have to slide the protection to me. So let me just find a new way to make an impact. And on Sunday, it was batting passes and getting a pick. Last one here. I mean, same kind of thing. Again, it's like he knew when the quick passes were coming.
Mm-hmm.
The ball is out in Caleb Williams' hand almost as soon as he hits his back foot hits the ground. He just doesn't even rush, and boom, get his hands up. Same thing. Especially against a guy like Caleb who is going to try and scramble. This is not a bad rush or not a bad strategy at all to just kind of keep him in the pocket, keep him caged. Mm-hmm. And then when he does try and throw it, just get your hands up. Now, the real fun, the pass rush. Let's see. Yeah, this one was my favorite. This is one I was talking about. You ask why Maxx Crosby isn't winning quite as much, isn't getting as many sacks and pressures as he has in the past. Well, you're going to have to fight two tight ends here. Beats that one with a swim move. Spins back inside to beat the other one and technically beat this guy again. And then on top of it, now the right tackle comes to help. And this is what I'm talking about. Now, you know what? Just for fun, I'm going to take out – that's another offensive lineman, not a running back. I'm just going to put somebody in the ground just because I feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is part of the reason why I included this is one, this to me is a win. Yeah. And 2, this just goes to show if you're ever wondering why isn't Max winning as much this year, this is not uncommon where they just double team him. And I mean, on this one,
you triple team. Yeah, good Lord.
Yeah.
Wow.
He still beat it. Ball is out super quick on this one, which again, it's been happening a lot to the Raiders with a lot of teams with how they have issues in the secondary and stuff like that. But again, just another quick win. He sets this move up pretty well. Gets the square on the offensive line, gets the square on the right tackle, give him a little head fake to get his feet stopped, and boom. Maybe he can do a little bit better job beating the hands here. Mm-hmm. Either way, another second, that's a sack.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, I remember that play. That this one was I think this was third down, and they just got caught in the zone where Jamal Adams had a ton of room to carry. You remember that play? They were in a bunch set.
Yeah.
Yeah, another double team here. I think they're actually working the ET stunt where he's going to go inside and Wilson ends up looping around. The same thing. I mean, beat the tackle. Now I got to beat the guard. He doesn't quite get the win on this one, but like you can see, like great job beating this tackle. So if Tyree does, or if Caleb Williams does roll out, Tyree's free to go get the sack. Devin White, please. Dude, this pissed me off.
Yeah. He just did everything opposite of what I said in the preview. It was awesome.
Yep, pretty much. Like, and this was his game too. Like, I thought he would have a big game in this one because I figured they'd have him spy Williams and stuff like that, and he just.
Break down, dog. Break down.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. Whatever. We're keeping it positive today. Again, same thing. I mean, beating two guys. See him here lined up on the outside. Okay, actually, I forgot about this. They're trying to chip him. Mm-hmm. They're trying to double team him with the tight end. He sees it and says, "All right, you're gonna overset me," or and sees the right overset on him. Just wins inside with a nice quick swim. Guard comes to help. Let me get rid of him too, and end up winning. So again, if you're wondering why he's not beating double teams, well, he was on Sunday.
Wow.
Caleb has to throw it away, basically. I think this was third down too, if not second.
Mm-hmm.
All right, one more time for good measure. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Yeah. Again, what the Bears are doing here, they're going to run a little play action, which is first going to get Max to play the run because they do show a little inside zone or outside zone blocking scheme.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to play the run first, then realizes the ball fake, beat the tight end. Meanwhile, Joe Tooney is pulling to the other side, just basically waiting for him. Just beats Cooney with a rip move. Yeah, and force Williams to scramble around. Beat two guys, and then on top of it too, this was the Eric Stokes PBU. All that just gives Stokes enough time. Like you can kind of see it here on the end zone. Like this guy was wide open, and Stokes had plenty of time because Williams had to scramble and throw across his body to get there and get that PBU.
I wanted Stokes to pick that off so bad. I don't know.
Yeah, he did too. That would have been.
No, because you're gonna watch these Bears picks when I show them. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, gotcha.
they're like diving and shit.
Yeah. No, I feel you. His next one, I mean, it's just a quick win. Solo blocked, gets one-on-one this time. Beat the hands. Now, I would say probably would like to see a little bit more bend, be able to finish and turn a little bit tighter corner, get the sack here. But at the end of the day, if we're forcing the quarterback out of the pocket, we're winning as pass rushers. Ends up having to throw it away. But same thing. Just leave him one-on-one. He ends up winning. Nice job playing the hands there. One more time. Let's see. Basically the same rep. Again. You think they're worried about him? Let's watch Jonah Jackson. My help on Booker. And immediately, once he sees Max turn the corner, going to go help. Ends up throwing it away. This was the 2-point play after the score. So all went for naught. Didn't mean much, but another pressure from Max. And he's getting held. Yeah. Just dominant performance from him. Now on the other side, Malcolm Koonce also had a pretty good game. One way that he was really winning that kind of made me feel like, okay, he's starting to get back, is he was doing pretty good at turning speed to power. Like this isn't going to be the best rep. They get the batted pass here from Lualu. But you can see like he did a pretty good job here of just pushing Braxton Jones, pushing the pocket. Like, I mean, by the time Caleb throws that ball, he's in, or Koonce is in Caleb's lap. On top of it, too, I think this was supposed to be a line game. Yeah, this was a flush stunt where these two guys are going to slant inside. Defensive tackle wraps around, But Koonce just did such a good job winning, it didn't matter.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
All right, this next one I believe is going to be this is the best one of the bunch. Again, this ball is out super quick, but what I like about this too is like he's got a receiver and a reduced split and the tight end on his side. So like if you watch his eyes at first, he's got to anticipate the chip or honor the run first. Like if you watch him, he's going to eye the tight end, right? You see it's like subtle right here. He's watching the tight end, and now once he sees the tight end start to arc release or release and go on the route, now he gets his eyes to the tackle. I mean, this is textbook technique of turning speed to power. Like you'll see him get his hands up there, gets his hands up quick. Shoots his hands before the tackle. Get his hands up. And perfect. 3 points of contact. Got both our hands in the face mask. Great leverage, and just walks him back. It's just unfortunately balls out too quickly. A little bit of a soft zone issue, but at the very least, we're making Caleb Williams throw the short pass on 1st and 15, so the offense is staying behind the sticks.
Yeah, because I'm surprised he even got that ball off.
Yeah, for real. I mean, it like he throws this with with left tackle in his lap. He can't even finish it. So.
Nope.
Actually, go ahead.
Oh no. So I said nope. Yeah.
It's actually kind of a decent throw for Caleb.
That's what I was like. Did he complete that pass? Like us?
Yeah. I think there's one more speed to power. Yeah. This one does get a little bit of help from Crosby here on the other side. But like if you watch this left tackle's feet, who is about to be named the starting left tackle for the Bears after they bench Jones, like he never gets his feet in the ground to anchor.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason too. I mean, again, Crosby coming in helps, but that's part of the reason why that tackle ends up on the ground. Koonce ends up winning. Again, tough when the coverage breaks down a little bit here. This is one of the catches Caillou let up, but one more time, turn speed to power. Now he's going up against the tight end on this one and gets a little play action, so it makes it a little bit more difficult, which is why it takes longer to win. But same thing, like just nice long arm move. Again, push, collapse of the pocket. The one thing I will say, especially against an athletic quarterback like Caleb, I would like to see Koonce. He kind of gets on the outside on the edge. I would like to see him be on the inside shoulder of the tight end, take away this rushing lane, because you'll see where Caleb ends up stepping up. Yeah, he ends up stepping in and then finding DJ Moore there. Yeah, if Koonce is on the inside and protecting the C gap here, like he can take that away, and then forces Williams to go backwards or roll out. And at that point, as long as if he has this much control over the block, he can still get off and be able to make that tackle or still get pressure in Williams' face. So just the one minor thing to fix from him. And it's more nuanced when you're going up against a mobile quarterback. Not every QB is you're going to want to be, or you're going to have to do that, I should say.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, this one, more than anything, just a great job playing the hands. Similar to that rep that we saw earlier with Crosby, would like to see Koonce finish this rep a little bit better and get the sack. This ends up being incomplete, by the way. You see the ref here. They reviewed it. He didn't have possession, but what I like about this, too, is like you're going to see the similar for the same formation that we saw earlier with the reduced split from the wide receiver and the tight end on Koonce's side. This time, the tight end is actually going to chip him. But he does a great job of just beating that chip with a little swim move, like avoiding the contact here so he doesn't get knocked off his path. And then from there, he just beats the tackle's hands. Like, if you watch Malcolm's inside hand here, he's just going to do a great job of like keeping that hand, preventing the tackle from being able to set his punch there with that inside hand. And with the outside hand, just swipes it away and ends up winning. The one thing I would like to see him do is like right here, take this inside arm and just finish with a strong rip. Yeah, what that's going to do is that's going to avoid this tackle being able to get his hands on him and kind of ride him by a little bit. Also, you can use the tackle for leverage to be able to corner and bend a little bit more and be able to finish that with the sack, because that's the one difference why this ends up being a pressure and not a full sack.
Yeah, you're right, because I mean he still had the bend like to get to touch him, but if he ripped through, it would have been over. Quick
if you whip through, exactly, This is a situation where you almost want to have some contact with the offensive lineman because you can use him to help yourself just get down, get into the quarterback. But again, just minor things, just things as far as what we've seen from Koonce this year, as far as him like getting back to his old self, like this is exactly what you want to see. Him winning multiple ways as a pass rusher. One more rep here. I think this is going to be another one where he just plays the hands well. Or no, this is the cross chop. That's right. That's right. I will say this is some pretty bad tackle play. Like if you'll see, this tackle gets like no depth on his drop set and ends up opening the gate to create that soft corner. Like right here. It's not great. Not a good pass set from the left tackle here. But what Koonce does a great job of is getting off the ball and then timing up his chop right here perfectly. Boom. As soon as that guy tries to go for his punch, just wins with that cross chop. And see, like, notice a little bit of the difference, Marcus, like what you're saying with that bend. Like even here, he doesn't quite finish with the strong rip, but he just has enough like leverage on this guy that he can use him and lean into him and take a better path to Caleb. And again, a little bit better coverage at the sack.
Yeah, exactly.
Like half seconds at the sack. But this was one of the times that Dunes just beat Caillou. I think he was playing off on an out. So. On top of it, Malcolm he only played 10 snaps against the run, but he played pretty damn well as a run defender. He ended up coming up with a couple of defensive stops. Like you'll see him do a great job of just setting the edge here against Braxton Jones. Like this is going to be a mid zone here from the Bears where DeAndre Swift's going to look to hit this B gap. But because we have such a good edge, I mean, this is textbook technique here. Like nice wide base, good pad level, getting our helmet underneath, and same thing I was talking about with the that speed to power earlier, gets his hands up quickly, gets his hands inside the offensive tackles, and then just bench presses him, get extension. Like that's textbook, man. Setting the edge. On top of that too, we got Jonah here, resetting the line of scrimmage, playing in the backfield. What that does is that just takes the read away from DeAndre Swift. He can't go outside because the edge is set here. And on top of it, he can't go in the B gap because Lualu's in there. So he has to cut back. And then Devin White ends up being the benefactor as the unblocked defender.
Yeah.
Nice read by White. Give him some love.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, Devin. We don't hate you all the time here.
Not all the time. All right, so this next play, I'm not exactly sure what the Bears are trying to do. At first, I thought this was an RPO because, like, if you watch Caleb, like, he's kind of, like, looking like he's trying to throw it. And, like, the entire right side of the offensive line pass blocks. But, like, I don't have the sideline view, but none of the receivers run routes. So I'm like, maybe it was a draw. But then if you watch the right guard and the right tackle, like, they run block. And I don't know what Cole Kmet is trying to point out here to Malcolm Koonce. I don't like, were they designing it for him to be unblocked? But either way, what I like from Koonce on this rep is you're going to see him get unblocked. At first, he's going to start running up the field, maybe because he thinks it's a pass, because, again, Caleb's rearing back to throw. What I like that he does is he throttles down and recognizes, hey, something's wrong. I didn't get touched. So instead of just flying up the field and creating a gap and creating a crease, I'm going to break down and just go make it the easiest TFL I've ever made. So I get the feeling that Cole Kmet is supposed to block him. I would make the most sense to me. I'm not 100% sure what the Bears are doing, so I think this is a bust. But good rep by Koonce to take advantage. So
yeah. He broke down unlike Devin White.
Exactly, yeah. Take notes. Now this next one, I'll say this is risky. This was Malcolm Koonce being in Vegas and feeling himself as a gambler. Because what you're going to notice is right now he has support on the edge with Caillou Kelly playing in the box. If this run were to go outside, but what the Bears do is they're going to motion that receiver across the formation, which, as you notice, as he comes out of the picture. Caillou Kelly no longer has the edge support. So what that means is Koonce, if we're being technical, has to stay outside here. But what he does is he's going to try and work inside on this tight ends block. And he wins, so it ends up paying off. And I think there's probably a bad read too if I'm coaching up to the running back. So he wins and it pays off. But this was definitely a gamble, definitely take a risk. It's one of those plays where I talk about Maxx Crosby, where Crosby's going to freelance a little bit. If you notice too, like him and Jermaine Pratt are going to end up in the same gap.
Yeah.
But hey, you make the play, won't say anything. But either way, what I like about this rep from Malcolm is the fact that he's being physical, same thing, using his hands to take on the block, and then defeating the block.
Yeah.
If you defeat the block, I'm not going to say much to you. If you defeat the block and maybe tackle at the line of scrimmage, we'll take that every single time.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely risk.
All right.
So again, that was what was promising to me about the game is you saw Maxx Crosby find multiple ways to make an impact. You saw him beating double teams, beating sometimes a triple team and stuff like that as a pass rusher, making plays against the run. And on top of it, we got like a little bit of a taste of what Malcolm Koonce could potentially do. And hopefully this is like the start of him starting to get back to that 2023 form where he started where he finished so strong with those 8 sacks in the last 9 games. So that's, I think, the encouraging part. That's the optimistic way of looking at this game is you got good contributions from your superstar. And I think the Robin to hit to Maxx Crosby's Batman is starting to come along, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big factor, man. I mean, having Koonce, because, what I was noticing is that there was a lot of interior pressure when you were showing those clips. Yeah. It's still a little bit of an issue, and it's definitely going to be an issue this week. They're playing the Colts. But, it's going to be an issue. But if those guys can win outside, and start to get some pressure from winning outside, because those interior guys got to help, and if teams like the Bears who want to use some of their tight ends in the passing game, it kind of eliminates that a little bit if both guys are winning outside. Yeah. It's really going to eliminate that, right? Especially like you play the Chiefs and stuff like that. It's going to help you get those pressures and stuff like that. So yeah, that's a big factor in there. But Max is Max. I'm not ready, I'm not get too deep with that, but Maxx Crosby's Maxx Crosby.
Exactly.
All right, let's get into offense here. All right. So let's start off with JPJ here, who I just had a great game. All right, and I'm not really gonna go and like running and passing. I'm just gonna show him balling. All right. So this is my favorite block. This is the interception. We'll watch the other side of this later. This is one of my favorite blocks. So you're getting a blitz here. So let it run. You're getting a blitz. You just watch me just the Brister, right? But it's more of a creeper blitz because you're gonna see the dropout. They're rushing 4, right? And he does a good job of picking up number 9, and there's really no technique really involved here. Not gonna lie, this is just pure power. Him just kicking the crap.
I'm bigger than you.
Yeah, he's beating the hell out of a safety.
Yeah, I like that too because that JPJ, like that's a dual read, right? Where he's got to make sure the linebacker in front of him doesn't pass rush either, and then get his eyes outside. So,
yeah,
good mental rep for him too.
Yeah, it's awesome rep, just awesome altogether. Yeah, we'll get to that interception later. We can watch the JPJ tackle. This is a great tackle too by JPJ. This is an awesome tackle.
Yeah, too.
Yeah, look at his form. Look. See, this is what I'm talking about. See Devin White?
Square him up. There we go.
Yeah, whoa, look at it.
Oh yeah, nice wrap up. There we go.
See, it's square, boom.
Boom.
There we go. All right, so it gets to a little bit of the run game here. All right, so you see the motion in the tight ends here. Get a little check. And of course, everything's under center this game. You get more motion, and you get some outside zone here. And I really like this block because you see, he's able to really reach on Dexter right here, right? Really good sneak. It's the pad level's a little high, which might come back up later on. I get some better players, right? But I just love the reach block, right? I mean, he's getting so much push and movement here that he gives that cutback lane to Genty. So you can see like front side, it's still pretty good blocks front side a little bit. I mean, this guy does get upfield, but Parham's able to kind of push him up, which kind of forces the cutback here. But the cutback's there. If Ian Thomas is not getting his ass kicked like he has been all year, then this might have been a bigger run, right? Because I don't know. Ian Thomas
play where you miss Michael Mayer.
Yeah, big time. Right, but that's a great block. So as I cut back, you still get 5 or 6 here. All right, here's another one. So this one, we're getting basically it's counter. It's a white counter, I believe, here. And what you see is just watching JPJ here, right? Just watch JPJ. This is just pure power. Like I said, the power that was a little high, right? But he got his hands inside. He's driving. He's just pushing 95 to like a totally different gap. Right. And, this is a great run by Genty, too. And we were talking about the previous week about Genty being a robot, right? Because, this is counter. So he's supposed to come here, right? But he sees Miller getting beat. So he just does a little jump cut outside right there. And that's what I really loved about this game watching this is that this dude is just running free. And that's why I'm like, they might not be 2-7 if he keeps playing like this. That high pick you guys are dreaming of, I don't know. If this dude plays like this, man. All right. So here's another one. This one ended up being a pass here. But, and like I said, the pad level is a high. Okay. So, you're going to notice that. But he just he's good everywhere else, right? So this guy's a little lower than him, but his hands are in the right spot. And you just see his strength. And then he did get his pad level lower here on this one. So he starts out high, but you can see him get his knees bent here when he resets. Gets his hands inside. And then he's right where he needs to. And that guy can't move. And that gives Geno Smith that opening where he can run for 20 yards there.
I love the pump fake 20 yards down the field.
Yeah. This is an Aaron Rodgers move. Yeah, but you can see, the whole offensive line did work. They're picking up a blitz here. You got a blitz. You see Jared Meredith pick it up. Good job there. Boom. You see Genty right there. It's all picked up.
That's a great rep by Meredith. I didn't think you would see that. That's nice.
Yeah. The pass protection was excellent in this game, man. That's what's more frustrating about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so here he is against Dexter again. Like I said, is the pad level high? Yes, the pad level is high here, but here is a little bit lower, right? It's a little bit better than usual, right? Good knee bend. I think he's a little bit late with the hands, right? I think he's trying to play a little game here, get a little, but right? But he still gets some good movement, and then he just pushes the dude. He just pushes Dexter. Look at him this is not a stunt. Dexter's not trying to do a stunt here, guys. He just got pushed to look like it does. He is doing one. Gino does a bit. But yeah. but you know what I'm saying? This is a great block, right? And you see the rest of the offensive line is doing a good job here too. See your Meredith, make sure the guy's not blitzing. You see this guy come inside. They do a good job shifting here. And then, like I said, this isn't a stunt. It's just JPJ just pushing a guy away. And then, because the thing is, too, I don't know if DJ Glaze is going to play that much better in this game. He was awesome this game, too. Look, he had a great rep there, too.
Nice. Yep.
I don't know if I show that with that interception because he misses Bowers. I don't know if you can see it, but obviously, I don't think I would show this interception, but I just want to show you. I don't know if you saw this, Matt, but Bowers is running a choice route. Watch his eyes. Watch Geno Smith's eyes on this one. He pump fakes to it. It's like, throw the ball to him. Look at it.
Yeah.
First down. All right. More positive stuff here, guys. Here we go. So now we're getting some more outside zone here on this one. You can see JPJ get up to the second level. Now this is I believe the touchdown. Okay, so what I like about this one is this is great blocking also because I like his Parham trips and he still gets to 49. I really like that what Parham's doing here. But you see JPJ get up to the second level and then JPJ almost ruins this play, which I think is hilarious because you see what he's about to do. He just tosses it to almost into Genty. He almost ruined the play. Almost wasn't a touchdown because of it. If he just does a great block here and just holds his block, this could be easy lane for Genty. But Genty does a great job of just setting everything up. Genty's setting up this dude. He got this dude going inside, and then he was able to break outside. This is such a Genty was just crazy in this game.
Yeah,
right. He looked like he did at Boise State. That stuff he did at Boise State right there. But yeah, JPJ just dominated this linebacker. This linebacker had no shot. You can see it. You can even see it. I wish I had the backside of this, the other side. Because you see this, he just lifts this guy out. You can see it just kind of just rise up. You see his leg.
I can see it right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his former college teammate too. Noah Sewell, that's his former college teammate. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Genty just does the rest here. And then JPJ is ready with him.
There you go.
What's JPJ's 40, man? Wasn't like a 5 or something, was it?
That's the thing, man. Is he can move. I think a lot of people don't realize about that. He's a decent athlete.
Yeah. All right, here's another run. I really like this one too. Like I said, there's great blocks for everybody on this one. as well. But see, it's just the get off that he's showing here too. He gets a great get off. Boom, good get off. Like I said, the pad level is high, right? Maybe you talk about the hand placement. You see Dexter maybe got the initial, pushback on him a little bit. Maybe he has initial leverage, but see, it kind of just doesn't matter because he's just so strong.
Yeah.
Like, he was just playing angry, man. He was angry this game.
Pissed off because he was having to compete for a job.
And of course, this is a great block by Parham and Meredith to this double team here that they get. You see what Parham does to Billings, just pushes him. Great block there. Yeah. And then that opens up that hole right there. And then, Genty does the rest, gets 13. But yeah, this is, I mean, the whole offensive line played pretty well, but, JPJ definitely stood out a little bit. It's great. This is Parham moving Billings like that, man. There's Fat Boy 66, man. There he was. There he is. All that weight he put on. All right. So here's a run with Raheem Moser, and you can see he's getting some help from Meredith here too. But you see where his pad level is on this one, right? This is what if JPJ can get his pad level down, he does this all the time. He's gonna move guys just like this. Look how he moves Dexter, right? You got some help from Meredith here, of course, but once to get off, he gets a good pad level. He gets help from Meredith, but he's still able to get some push there. Then that gets Noah Sewell going over there, and then you can see Parham. He's not able to fully reach Billings, but he's got good enough leverage to keep him pushing this way, right? And then Raheem Moser does a good job because everybody else on the floor. So you see how big this hole is?
Yeah, it's massive.
Right? It's a huge hole. He's able to get about 13 on this one. Moser looked pretty good too, man. This is a good job of him. Look at it. Boom. Yeah. Get there. Get a hole. Good job, Moser. He looked pretty good too, man. He had a long run, 37 yards. I think I'm about to show it because this is when I got to highlight the wrong guy. Sorry, guys. But here's JPJ. This is when he almost murders somebody. He's good. What he does in the shot right here is just brutal. I just you're about to see it. I'm gonna let it run. Boom. He just there goes Moser.
I love that he came off of his original man just to punish, just to pulverize DB.
So he was angry, man. He was pissed, right? Because that's it. Like the pad level's high a little bit, man, but he's still getting pushed on Dexter. I believe that's Dexter. Yeah, on Javon Dexter right there. He's still getting that push, and then he just comes off him and just pummels that dude. Pummels the shot right. And it's a great run from Moser here. It's another great run too. Yeah, that's a nice little setup by Moser too. I mean, Moser, tell you, he looked good too, man.
Yeah,
the run game was working, man. It was working. All right, and then so okay. Let me go back here a little bit before we get into this. So I'm gonna get into key plays here, okay? So that's the end of JPJ. I'm gonna get into key plays here. So this is 2nd and 6, I believe. Okay, so they're gonna get 4 yards here, but this play is interesting to me, and I was trying to figure out what was happening here. I asked somebody, and they told me that maybe Meredith kind of did the right thing here. I want to get your opinion here on here, Matt, because I mean they end up running a duo, right? And Genty maybe kind of just freelances, but that's what I'm saying. He's not being a robot anymore, right? Because maybe Genty should have just came up here, right, on the duo run, or even read it came straight up here, and he might have went wrong, in my opinion, if you kind of think about this. You see where this looks like, right? If he kind of presses the hole and gets upfield, maybe, because you see all the movement, and that's where also the duo run is going. That's where Meredith is going too. So, so that's why I asked the guy. I was like, "Is this supposed to happen?" He's like, "Yeah, it's duo because he's supposed to go this way," and he kind of you can see the hole. And to be honest, I don't want him to be a robot, so it's fine. I don't care. But that's why he ends up getting tackled here, is because of that.
My only thing is, if it's duo, usually the center's going to work weak.
Yeah, usually. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah.
So it might be the inside zone, right?
Yeah, I don't know, because what they ran inside zone. Yeah, I don't know what exactly they're.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. He probably should go this way, right? Because they're gonna get a combo here, especially when they're lined up. You'll get a combo from these two, right? Based on the leverage of these guys, right?
Yeah.
You think, right?
Yeah. Part of me wonders if maybe they just messed up the call because it's like weird. Half the line's blocking one way and the other half blocking the other. So I don't know.
All right, and then here's the 3rd and 2. Okay, now we talked about them running trap way too much. I don't know on the biggest play of the game, you're gonna run trap, and you got this look with the over front.
Yeah, you can't run it.
You can't run trap here. So I don't know if Gino can't get out of calls, or if he sees this, right? And then you got to get out of this, man. Because this is not a good look against trap. This is you're gonna lose here. Yeah, right. And you see here, Byard he's driving immediately, right? And that's what blows up this whole play because it's not blocked up terribly, even though Glaze doesn't win this block.
Yeah.
And what bothers me a little bit too is that if Genty did this last week, if he, because you read this play where like Genty, if he had this hole, he goes here, but because he's supposed to go up here, right? And he didn't do that, which I'm thinking maybe if he does go up here and he gets to he pushes this line, maybe he gets the first down, right? But he
just puts his head down,
yeah, right. But we're not being. I'm cool with him not being a robot. But, you got to see that Byard's right here, and I know you want to take him on, but this is a great tackle. Look at that tackle by Byard, bro, on Aston Genty. Genty was killing these guys all game. But that's just a great tackle by Byard, too. Byard just was ridiculous this game, man. I looked up his contract after I was watching this film. I was like, so how much was he last? Why didn't Telesco give any money? All right. So another key play. All right. So I'm going to let this one run. This is the play where if they score touchdown here, this game's over basically because it's 28-19, and it makes it a 2-score game. And okay, so there's a couple things here. So we're getting drive concept. We're gonna get a drive. You're gonna get a drag, right? And you're gonna get a in route here or a dig route, and then you're gonna get a corner flat over here. Okay, right? So flat 7 is what they call it. So you get the flat from Genty, and you get a 7 route from Bowers. Okay. So you're getting, right? I don't know why you're probably going to be asking. I don't know why he doesn't throw to Brock Bowers here. I don't know why Brock Bowers is wide open. And I'm thinking like pre-snap, and maybe because I tried to figure this out. I'm trying to why didn't he throw to Bowers? I actually thought about this for a while. And it doesn't make any sense to me because, pre-snap, you're probably getting quarters. That means this guy has to guard Bowers. You're getting a one-on-one. And he's wide open because maybe he thinks Brister's going to. I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking. But even with that, Thornton is wide open.
Yeah.
For a touchdown. And there's nobody around Gino. And he throws it low. Like, I don't know how he missed his throw. But and people are saying that Thornton wouldn't roll into the end zone. I still think he does if he catches this ball. Because you're going to see it from the backside. The reason why he's on the ground is because he dropped it.
Yeah.
So we'll see his backside here. And nobody's around. Look at this blocking, bro. JPJ. He's fine. He's finding work. He takes this guy out. This is perfect blocking. There's just really no and it's just the mechanics that Gino makes his he doesn't step into it for some reason.
Yeah.
And he misses the throw. But to me, come on, dog. Catch the ball. Release it 4th and 1.
Yeah. At least in go for it range, yeah. But back it up a little bit though. Backed it up. Sorry. What frustrates me going back to your original point of throwing it to Bowers, back it up a little bit more, is watch the safety's hips.
Yeah.
He's in no position to help or guard Bowers. Let it run for a second. Watch the safety. He's going to turn towards the middle of the field, right about. Keep going.
Right there.
Yeah, he's and it gets even worse. He starts opening even more. He's not in a position to cover the corner out. Why don't you just throw it to your best player on the field?
Because that's what I'm saying. Because I think pre-snap he decided he wanted to go to Thornton, and that's his predetermined throw. Because to be honest, you can see him look at the safety, and or maybe even look or peer at it. I don't know what he's doing there. I just don't know why he didn't like it. He just came off it so fast. But Bowers is wide open. for easy throw. But I mean, this if he steps into this throws, game's over. I mean, to be honest, I don't know if Thornton still catches it. I don't know, but because they got to put in Jack Best, in my opinion. Yeah. All right, so and here's the first interception, which I thought this is a key play because they were really moving the ball here, and I think this is where Gino has to be safe here. And I know it's not the best snap in the world, and I'll kind of break this down. So you're going to see here, these guys are all across the line. This looks like full on blitz. He thinks he's getting a blitz. This is what he thinks. He thinks he's getting a blitz. He thinks he's going to have like a one-on-one over here in the zone somewhere, right? Or he thinks he's going to have Thornton maybe. I believe he thinks he's going to have Thornton open here, right? Because you kind of can see from the blitz, but they all drop out. Nothing there, okay? It's not there. Now, a couple of things here. Now, if this ball was already out to Myers, then we don't have to worry about this ball being picked. But it's not. He was like looking at some of these crossers or something like that, and then he's just super late here. I mean, he's already fully out of his break. And I still believe he thinks this is cover 3. I 100% believe he thinks that because I don't know why. If you see this guy sitting there, I don't know what he's looking at to not think that he's going to drop. Because in my opinion, he has to think it's cover 3 because you see Byard here, right? You see him open up.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks it's something there that Byard's. He assumes, and you know what they say about assuming. Make an ass of yourself, and that's what happened here. And he missed the throw, which pissed me off. Because I already showed this backside, and people try to say that Myers he did a snake arms, but you could watch Myers. He's like, oh shit, the ball's too far. So he tries to see he puts his shoulder down. He tried to save it. I really wish he just would have dove or something. He probably should have dove.
Yeah, just tackled him. Just got an OP
or something, or like just like dove. I don't know, but it was hilarious when I saw him put his shoulder down. He's like, oh shit, let me try to save him here. All right, and this was a big one too, this play, because this was the first play out of the second half. I mean, they're up 14-9. They got all the momentum. Gentry scored a touchdown. They have the momentum. Everything is like, yeah, we get the ball deferred. Okay, we get a play call. We get a play action, bootleg. Everybody's going this way, right? It's a good call. Myers wins, right? He's winning here. Myers has separation. Look at the separation Myers has. If he just throws this ball in front of him, and I'm gonna show it once this ball's in the air. You see where the safety's at. You see where Bowers is at. If he throws this ball in front of him, this is a huge play. Like I don't know if Myers scores, but he's pretty damn good in open field. He might score, right? But he just missed it. And this is a key play because then the Bears go and score in here. It's 15-14 instead of Raiders going on the field. So it's just these type of plays, man. This is the game. Like they literally moved the ball on offense, but if it wasn't for these plays right here, those plays that I showed, it's frustrating as hell. I'm not gonna lie, because you see it here. Myers has separation, man. He is beat if he throws it upfield, but he doesn't. He throws it behind him, and this is a great interception. This is what I'm talking about. Eric Stokes. Look at that, dog. That's a great interception. Yeah, that's a great pick.
Yeah.
Go ahead, what do you say, Matt?
I was just saying it's frustrating because like Tyreek Stevenson, like his thing is like he's not sticking in coverage. He's one of those guys that just makes plays on the ball, and like that was like a great example. Wasn't in phase, like got beat on the route, but a bad throw brings him back into it and ends up getting a pick.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like the offense played really well, except for those like plays. Those plays were the game. The bigger ones were the last two, because to me, like coming out of halftime and throwing that interception was killer. Momentum wise,
first play of the game or first play of the second half, right?
Yeah, momentum wise, everything. If they had the ball, if they go drive and score, at least get a field goal, they're up a touchdown at least, right? And then the Bears have to go right up down the field. But no, give him easy thing. Williams makes the throw of his life, in my opinion, on the throw to Dunze with that anticipation throw he made. Yeah, best throw I've ever seen him make. That was a credible throw. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's that was the game, man. But then, to be honest, like if we forget all 3 interceptions, if he hits Thornton, if he just steps into the ball and hits Thornton there, you forget them all. He threw 3 picks, but he threw 3 touchdowns too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
we're sitting here talking about how great he played. He's like,
the turnovers are bad,
but he made the plays when we needed him to.
When we needed to make the plays. Total narrative has changed if he just makes that throw, but he didn't step into it, and the ball fell. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was ugly, bro. It was ugly. Just those plays.
Yeah.
But JPJ was awesome. JPJ looks great. JPJ looked great.
And like you said, it almost made watching the film frustrating because again, like there were very few guys who played poorly like that. Like there were like to do a negative breakdown like would be wrong. Would be doing the Raiders injustice in this. But again, 4 huge mistakes on offense, 3 by one guy. And I mean, a few more that you showed too that don't show up on the stat sheet or don't look as glaring on the stat sheet, but were huge, like the missed throw to Thornton. So, yeah, got to get better quarterback play if you're going to win this league at the end of the day.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Especially with that, you're under pressure. The last couple weeks, you didn't have any pressure, man. You should have balled this game. Like you should have been on fire, to be honest. With the way the offensive line played, it shouldn't have been a problem. You should have been just chopping these dudes up, and yeah, man. Because the offensive line gave up one pressure.
The offensive line, yeah. And I just pulled it up because I was curious. The Bears only had 6 pressures total, and 3 came from Montez Sweat, and then Jaquan Brisker and Noah Sewell were the other 3. So not defensive linemen, which tells you it was probably someone unblocked or just someone that you're
blue
giving
legs, stuff like that,
whatever. So yeah. Best game they played probably all season except for one guy. Even going back to New England, best game I think the team as a whole played.
Yeah, really, to be honest. It's just so frustrating. So frustrating, man. It's so frustrating. All right. That's the episode, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode. We'll be back with the preview on look at the Colts again. So it's gonna be a really tough game. Colts is a damn good team. Devin White cannot miss tackles on Jonathan Taylor. He will go to the house. so yeah, that's gonna be a big game for the Raiders. They're on the road. And we'll be getting ready for that. We got Friday Night Live coming to you this week again. And then check out, I did every single Geno Smith throw for the members, and I'll probably do Ashton Genty's runs too as well. I was gonna have C-SPAN Mike join you for the defense for members, so we got to work that out though because I can't be up at 6:30 in the morning tomorrow. So I'm sorry, guys, can't do that. I can't do that. I'm gonna figure that out though with him. Probably do like Saturday or something. But but we'll get that worked out. But yeah, we're gonna kind of get the membership stuff going for you guys. But I'll get the Ashton Genty's carries out for you as well. But make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, and we're out of here. Peace.